G'day mates, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to talk about the huge buff that visualized audio just got in Fortnite. If you are not using visual audio, I guarantee after this video you will. This is one of the biggest buffs we've seen a setting get in quite a while, and I just don't think enough people are talking about it. I also want to talk about the huge announcement we just got from Epic Games about what the next competitive season is going to be, what is the FNCS going to be, and what is in store for competitive in 2022, along with the new Community Cup, which is going to be going on during the GrandRoyale, and what this hype hour show is that Epic has been hyping up. There's a lot to talk about. Let's just jump into it. Just quickly, before we jump into today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, G2A. I've worked with them for a while now. You guys absolutely love them, but in case you haven't heard about them, G2A.com is an online marketplace where you can buy almost anything you can think of. But the reason why I've been using them for so long, and I always recommend them to you guys, is their prices on games. If you're looking to buy a new game, go to G2A.com, search it up. You could be saving so much money. They have almost every title from really old retro games right up to the new releases. I myself recently have been getting into Battlefield ahead of Battlefield 2042. I needed to repurchase Battlefield 4. I found it online for 70% off at G2A, scrolled through their seller list, found someone that I trusted, bought it through them, got sent the key and downloaded it, and it was just that simple. I want to pass the savings on to you. Stop paying too much for games. Go through G2A.com. If you guys didn't see, Epic just buffed visual audio so much. Like, I used to be very much in the camp that visual audio was worse than having visual audio off, but now with this most recent change, I'm going to be trying this out over the next few days, and I have a feeling the visual audio is going to be what every pro is using now. And let me talk about what this change is, but first, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, visual audio is just a setting that you can turn on so you can see where shots are coming from on your screen. It was meant to be for deaf people and people who have audio impairments, but a whole bunch of players started getting involved, especially console players, because audio is so terrible on console, and started using it despite having good hearing. But a lot of people didn't realize exactly how visual audio worked and how it affected the rest of your audio. I've made whole videos on this, but to summarize it very quickly, there is three main downsides to visual audio. First one is just the screen cluttering. There's a whole bunch of stuff on your screen. A lot of people tell me you get used to it, and unless you're in endgame where there's just stuff happening everywhere, it can actually be quite helpful. In a normal fight, there isn't that much going on, and it is still pretty clear. So that's like one negative, but I could see why that's not too bad. The second one is FPS drops and lower FPS. It depends. It does still decrease your FPS. It hasn't changed that at all, but a lot of people willing to, forego 5, 10 FPS, whatever it is, to be able to have that extra information. But the last one, and by far the biggest downside to visual audio that people don't seem to understand, is as soon as you turn visual audio on, your audio used to go from being stereo to mono channel. I've explained what that means in the past, but basically you lose all directional audio. Everything comes into your headphones as mono, which means you don't know where anything is. If someone's shooting in front of you, it sounds like they're in front of you, behind you, left of you, right of you. There is no audio cue because the visual audio is supposed to tell you direction. So if you're someone who had able hearing, you didn't have any issues or disabilities, and you had good headphones, being able to see where the shots were coming from but losing all that information on hearing was quite a big negative, especially in endgame, because hearing there's shots in every direction but not knowing which ones were close to you and which ones were an issue was why I thought visual audio was so bad. But Epic has now changed that. They made a tweet saying, we've updated the visualized audio settings so you can both hear the direction a sound is coming from as well as see the direction with the indicator. This is huge. So now with visual audio ticked on, you don't lose any sound quality whatsoever. It is the exact same sound quality. It is now stereo. So if a shot comes from the right, you'll hear in your right headphone. If it comes from the left, you hear in the left headphone. So you now have all that same information, plus you have the added information of the visual audio cues. This is massive because you guys know there are huge benefits to having visualized audio on. You can hear shots and hear footsteps further away. You can hear vehicles like from Narnia. Like, for some reason, you can just see vehicles show up on visualized audio when they are so incredibly far away. You know, when people are popping meds, if they're popping something like a med kit or a bandage, something really quiet you can't normally hear, visualized audio will tell you. There was a lot of benefits to visualized audio before, but that one downside of losing directional audio is why I always said you should not have it on, and it's the one reason why so many pros didn't use it. but now having the ability to turn it on and still maintain all that audio, it is going to be incredibly strong now. Endgame is still going to be incredibly cluttered, and maybe those FPS drops and the lag it causes, which I don't think is honestly that much. Maybe it's worse in Endgame, so I don't know if every single pro is going to start using it, because obviously Endgame is the most important time where a pro needs to have their screen clear and need to know what's going on. You'll still see a lot of console pros use it, and console pros who've come to PC use it, and they don't seem to have a problem with it. So I don't know, maybe it already was worth using, but I always argue that those downsides massively outweigh the benefits. But now with this change, I've been giving it a go in pubs and arena, and for early and mid game fights, it's pretty insane. Like, I think give it a try. If you've already been using visualized audio, you'll instantly notice that it is way better now. If you haven't been using it, give it a go, because not enough people are talking about this. This could be a massive change. I'm talking like performance level change to pros. The amount of information you gain in early and mid game fights is insane. Let's talk about all the information we just got in Epic's most recent competitive blog post, including them talking about potentially what the next FNCS game mode is. So if you guys didn't see it, we got a breakdown of last FNCS. We also got the dates for the upcoming GrandRoyale. It starts on November 11th to 13th for Middle East. All the other regions start on the 12th. So this is a little over a week away. Like, this is coming around so quick. I already made a whole video talking about the GrandRoyale format, how you qualify through, how it all works. I'll link that in the description down below if you want to go give that a watch. But they did give a brief run through of that. We also got to know about what those extra activities are. If you guys missed it in the original GrandRoyale blog post, they said that even though you couldn't qualify for the GrandRoyale by playing in the week of the GrandRoyale, you had to already qualify by getting into a set lobby final of one of the most recent FNCSs. There was going to be extra activities. We found out what that is. I mean, I don't want to say unfortunately, I was hoping for a little bit more. It's a skin cup. It's the Victor Elite outfit in the Community Cup. It says get into the FNCS GrandRoyale spirit by competing in the Community Cup on November 16th for the NA East, NA West, and Brazil regions, and November 17th for OC, Asia, and Middle East, and Europe servers. So don't really know why they're putting them on different days. That's really confusing. Like, I'm used to things being on a different date for OC to the rest of the world because of the obviously the time difference, but it's still technically on the 17th. Like, they say tournaments on the 17th, it's on the 17th in your time zone, but this one's actually on different days. If you guys are smarter than me, let me know in the comment section down below what that might be. I don't know why they might be doing that, but it's going to be a trios event. It's going to be 10 matches across 3 hours, and obviously if you replace in a certain high amount, you get the skin. It's your normal skin cup. I'm a little bit disappointed when I saw there was going to be extra activities. I was hoping for like a Winter Royale, or at least maybe I just thought of a tournament with prize money. I thought they could maybe even do something cool like they did recently with the All-Star Showdown, maybe like edit courses or aim courses, or do something cool. But I mean, it's a skin cup. I don't want to be that guy and be a bit negative, and it's $5 million tournament for pros, so you know me doing viewing parties. I'm vibing, I'm excited. The Community Cup probably wouldn't have even fit into my schedule, but just for you guys who can't qualify for the finals, I feel like just some kind of a tournament with big money, or at least a little bit of money, would have been cool. I don't know, let me know. Maybe you guys disagree, you're excited for the skin cup. We'll see. We have had not that many skin cups for a while, and I know a lot of you guys who are more casual really enjoy them, so maybe that's just me. But we also got the announcement on what the next game mode might be, so we got to learn about the Hype Hour show. We've never had this before, so tune in on Friday, November 19th for the Hype Hour, our first broadcast show that will recap our entire year, run interviews with players, provide analysis from your favorite casters, and include a brief announcement regarding Fortnite competitive in 2022. You are not going to want to miss this. That is crazy. So I'm going to guess that is what the next competitive game mode is. We get to find out what the plan is for competitive in 2022, and we get to find out mid GrandRoyale. I was telling you guys in my video, they're probably going to announce what the next game mode is at the end of NA West on the broadcast. I thought the last day of the broadcast is when they'd announce it, but no. They're announcing it before finals, which is very strange to me. Very strange to me. Right before a trio event, we get to find out what the next game mode is to distract everyone, and then people will look forward to that. They won't be focusing on the GrandRoyale that's taking place in a few days. I feel like the timing and the placement on this is a little bit off. It's really cool what they're doing with the Hype Hour, you know, get the casters in. I'd love to see Reese do some breakdowns. I'd love to see Shio interview some pro players. Like, it sounds really cool, and I'm very excited for it. I just thought it was a bit strange with the timing. I would think do it at the end of NA West, or do it the day after. Keep everyone focused on the GrandRoyale, that massive tournament you have on for $5 million. Then when the hype from that is still high, then announce what's next, right? I don't know. Again, let me know in the comments. Maybe you guys disagree. Super excited for that. Unfortunately, they don't give any indication for whether it'll be. It doesn't even say there's going to be an FNCS. Who knows? Maybe it's like World Cup. Could be something crazy. The fact they're actually doing an announcement for it, that's pretty wild. Remember, when we had the roadmap announced, which was how we knew we were going to have Trio FNCS all the seasons this year, that was just a blog post. It wasn't like a video. It wasn't a live show. Like, this is very cool. Other than that, they go into details about how the broadcast is going to work. Interestingly, they're only casting the finals for GrandRoyale, but you know, I'll be covering it all. I'll have you guys from all the qualifiers, every single one, all the action, twitch.tv/Aussie Antics if you haven't already followed me, so don't worry too much about that one as well. So yeah, pretty exciting blog post. I would have really liked to hear something about next FNCS, maybe a teaser in there, but I'm excited for GrandRoyale. It is right around the corner. Alright guys, that does it for another video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please chuck a like on it. Let me know in the comments section down below your thoughts on anything I talked about today. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.